friends, it's Rachel. I wanted to share with you a few of our nonfiction titles, just to let you kind of get a sneak peek on what we've got available. As the children learn to read and they begin to gain confidence in reading, they may not be really ready for a lot of chapter books, maybe some simple chapter books, but we need to kind of give them some information to kind of expand their horizons without overloading them with a ton of text. So what I love about the Usborne beginner series, we have a nonfiction series. We have everything from animals, like this one, to pirates and fun stuff. So they have several different titles available. They have 40 plus titles in the series, which is great. This is for ages 6 to 8, really 1st to 3rd grade. Starting to be in 3rd grade, they're starting to kind of move out of this age range, but definitely 1st and 2nd grade get a kick out of this series. What I love about it is they have some great artwork. These are all nonfiction titles. They have some great artwork. Here we have some pen and ink drawings. This one's about pirates. We also have some paintings that they've put into the book, and that's interesting. And here you can see snippets of information, and it's large, easy to read text. So you don't have to worry about reading long, drawn-out explanations about things. It's just in little bite-sized chunks, and that tends to grab the kids' attention and keep their attention a little bit longer. And here we have some a little photography, some cool fonts, things like that. So also in this series, of course, we have pirates. We also have animals, a lot of animals. We have owls, obviously. We have cats, dogs, bears. We also have castles. They have weather, living in space, volcanoes, a lot of different topics. So there's a lot of different things to choose from to get your child interested in reading. And one thing I love is that they're hardcover, which is nice, very sturdy, and these are only $4.99. Can you believe it? $4.99! I mean, what? So that's great. In the Owls books, we have, here's a good example of photography, really, really eye-catching photography, and they also kind of combine that with some pen and ink drawings to illustrate some points, and they give you all sorts of crazy, fun information about different animals or things. And what I love here in the back is it gives you a glossary of different terms that are used. Nocturnal, to be awake at night. Most owls are nocturnal. And it will tell you, explain the vocabulary for each of the maybe unknown terms that they introduce in the book. And then over here they have websites to visit. If you want more information about owls, and you can go to Usborne-quicklinks.com and then enter the keywords beginner owls, and it'll bring you to some websites that have interesting information that goes along with this book and can really enrich that reading learning experience. So that's definitely something to check out. Once they kind of move out of the 6 to 8 age range and are reading well on their own, and they're getting a little bored with that, they've matured a little bit, you can introduce them to the Discovery Adventures series. This is especially great for boys. We find that generally 8-year-old and up boys tend to lean more towards nonfiction. They don't tend to like novels as much as the girls do. So we have a lot of nonfiction titles for the boys in this age group. This one happens to be Deadly Animals. It's a little bit scary, which is very exciting for the boys. We have other titles in this series are extreme sports and special forces, fighter pilots, submarines, helicopters, things like that. So they have some really cool, exciting titles that boys just love. Let's take a peek at the inside. Let's see here. You can see they've got some great photography. They've got little call-outs and little graphs and some great information. Again, the information is presented in bite-sized chunks, which is really exciting, especially for children who may have a shorter attention span, may have a hard time paying attention to a long chapter on something that seems dry to them. This is a great format and works really, really well. Over here, they have a graphic novel, comic book type styling to has a story that goes along with the deadly animal. This one happens to be a leopard. It's a very exciting, gripping kind of story about a close encounter with a deadly animal. So that's real exciting. And then here's a big, huge picture. So very eye-catching and definitely very interesting. We find that the 8-year-olds and up love these nonfiction titles. So this one is a little bit more expensive. It's at the $8.99 range, but we find that it's definitely worth its weight. If you have any questions or want to go ahead and view these titles or more, visit me on my website, rachelsharesusborne.com. Thanks!